Hey everybody, and welcome to another gear review, gear assembly lesson. In this little lesson slash session, I want to teach you how to put Promark stick wrap onto your drumstick. Okay, this comes up in an email to me quite often, and it's really hard to explain by typing it, so I have to do this video. Okay, so basically any stick that I've been using in the past, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, I guess. I have decided to start wrapping in most cases. If I'm not using the Promark active grips, which kind of have this built-in grip into it, thanks to an dear old friend of mine, Jay Dakeman, he kind of turned me on to this stick wrap. And at first I thought, that's not for me. I don't think that's going to be something that I can use. My hands get really dry. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe I should drink more water. I don't know. I drink a lot of water. And my hands get really dry, especially if I go play in drier or colder climates. So if I'm in the desert or if I'm somewhere in the winter in northern Canada, my hands tend to get really super dry, and newer drumsticks will just want to slide out of my hand, and generally because I have a very loose grip. Okay, and that's not a bad thing, but the bad thing about a very, very loose grip is sometimes the stick can want to tend to slide or fall in my hands, and I've seen that happen. I mean, it happens 2% of the time now where a stick falls out of my hand, where before it was probably 20% of the time. So I tried something, and I always say I'll try anything, and if it works, I'm going to stick with it. So let's start totally from scratch. So I'm going to open up this brand new pack of Promark fire grain sticks, which I've also been using. I kind of go back and forth between the active grips and the new fire grain, which are flame treated to keep them strong. I'm finding these are lasting me a long time. Not only that, they look super cool. I think they're great. And you can get them in all sizes. Check out Promark.com to find out more about that. Now, when I hold these in my hand, they feel great. Like the weight feels good. They're nice and evenly weighted, But I really feel like the way that I hold the stick, and with my hands being so dry right now, they want to fly out of my hands. So I've had drummers see me either perform in clinic or on video, whatever, say, what's that wrap stuff you use? Well, the funny thing is, when you buy it, it looks like this, okay? You wouldn't even know this is stick wrap. Like, I didn't know what this was. I thought it was like, some kind of gimmicky kick pedal tape that makes your foot stick or something. Okay, whatever. So when I did some research, I found out that, they actually make this stuff that you can open with your hands. So I'll use my teeth to open that up. So you open it up. Okay, now here's the thing. You gotta. When I first did this, I was like, oh no, what have I done? So I thought, oh cool, I get stickers. These aren't stickers. These are stickers that hold the tape on. So these don't go in the back of your car or on your gig bag. Okay. So put these aside. They say Promark stick wrap on them. They're these long rectangles. Let's put those aside. That's the last thing that you need. Okay. So you got 4 of them. This is going to do 4 drumsticks. So one package does 4 drumsticks. So we're only going to do 2 drumsticks right now. So I'm just going to put 2 of these guys away. So that's for another time. I might just do 1 drumstick for this video. Okay. Now you look at this. What the heck is this thing? And I'm like, okay, so I got to take this apart. They're taped together. So if there's a strip of tape there, you can throw that away. Okay. Okay. Now, got this piece of white thing here. Let's get rid of that. That's garbage. And another piece of tape. Oh my goodness. Okay, so get rid of the tape. Okay, so that's gone too. So now I'm left with these 2 black, shiny, oddly shaped things. Now, I've seen drummers not do what I'm about to show you. So I guess for shipping purposes and packing purposes, they actually put plastic coating on top of this rubber. I would assume to preserve it, because sometimes it could be sitting in the container for a while. So you got to peel off very carefully. There's a light film plastic, kind of like when you buy a new TV. There's that plastic on the screen. This is the same kind of thing, right? And it's a little hard to get. There we go. If you have no fingernails like me, look at that. Whoa. Okay, so that's got to come off, and it'll stay with you, and it'll. Okay. Now it's on both sides. Okay. Because I've had students come into lesson and they haven't taken the tape off, and I'm going, I think you just made your stick more slippery, and the static is going to get you all the time. So, okay, Mr. No Fingernails here, come on. So I'll find it. But this is why I want to show this video, so you can see that there's a bit of a process. Now don't get discouraged, because I usually get good at this, and I'm glad that I'm having a struggle with this on the video, because to show you that it's not as easy as you might think. I'll get there. Okay. Some of you are thinking, oh, it's not worth it. It's worth it. Trust me. Trust me, it's worth it. Most people have fingernails. Get your mom, your girlfriend, your wife, whatever. If you're a girl, if you have girl fingernails, it's awesome. Oh, got it. Look at that. That wasn't that hard. That's gone. Okay, now this one going to stick to me? Probably. The other one's gone somewhere. All right. Okay. So now, okay, what happens is I take one of my sticks. Let's just do one stick. So I'm going to put that away. Okay. So I only need one of these stickers. Okay. So let's take the drumstick out. Okay. Now, we're going to start at the back of the stick. Okay. There. Now, there's one part that's going to have this white sticker on it. Now this needs to come off as well, okay? This is actually where the tape or the glue is that's going to hold this to the stick on the back of the stick. So what you got to do, okay, is the flat part, because it's angled, the flat part goes up or to the back of the drumstick, okay? Now I don't go right to the top. I kind of give maybe ½ an inch or a centimeter, and I start right about there. Okay, so look at that. That's what that, you have to take a little piece of white paper off so now you have the tape that's sticking to it. So now, because I'm Canadian and I've wrapped many hockey sticks, it's kind of like I'm putting a bit of tension on it and I'm spinning the drumstick, and you can see, trying to make sure there's no wrinkles in there, and if there's wrinkles, this isn't sticky. This part here is not sticky, okay? It's tacky, but it's not sticky. So as I'm wrapping, I'm making sure there's no bubbles and no lifts. Now, I have to kind of make sure that I don't go too far down because I don't want to be hitting rim shots with the tape because that's where you're going to damage the tape. So I usually stop on the Promark sticks. I usually stop before that middle line, okay? But you'll know. I mean, you can. So what I do is I stop right. Oh, this is actually quite perfect. So I kind of did it. You can tell I've done this before. Okay. So right now, I feel this. Okay, my hand's not going to go past that point. That feels pretty good. The rim shot is generally, in my opinion, somewhere around that line or the Pro word and Promark. Okay. Now notice I have this thing sticking up. Okay. So this is where the sticker comes into place. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of wrap that around again, just like that. Now the sticker has two little pieces, a small piece like that. What I do is I kind of line it up. I make sure everything is all nice and snug. And like I said, if you go too tight, just unwind it and start over. If you're too short, it might be too thick in some areas. So it takes a bit of practice. You can tell because I've probably done 100 sticks like this now in the last 5 or 6 years. So now I've got that piece of sticker, okay, or Promark tape, and I pull the back off like that, okay, and I'm going to wrap this around a few times. So it's all nice and pretty. Ah, just like a little cloud. Look at that. We'll just put a little cloud right there. Sorry, that's my Bob Ross reference. Holy smokes! I actually did that pretty good that first time around. Okay, so I look at this now and I'm thinking, well, this is kind of like, I think my other ones, I think I went a bit high, right? So on the other sticks I had, you can see that I went a bit high. I actually prefer the one that I just did because my fulcrum finger, which is my index finger, is never going to go higher than the tape or the sticker. So that's how you install the Promark stick wrap, okay? And this will last. Now the cool thing is, if the stick outlasts the tape, you can very carefully take the tape off and reuse the tape. My stick wrap tends to wear out where my fulcrum point is, where I hold the stick. But sometimes the tips of your sticks might break, or if you use nylon tip and you lose the tip, don't worry, you can reuse this as long as it's still decent. And I try to salvage, the top part as best as possible. Like if I was going to reuse this stick, it doesn't always work. So sometimes I would just take some electrical tape in replacement of this Promark sticker. But I can replace, I very carefully will take this off. And there's a couple little rips in it, but nothing too, oh, we're okay. Okay, so the tape might need to be redone, and I'm doing this for the video purposes. So, okay, so once I get down to the tape, see the tape I could probably reuse. So let's say that now I can unravel the tape. This is on my old stick, the new one's down there. Okay, let's say that I unwrap that, and you got to pull that off, and so I put this on a brand new drumstick, and I rewrap it. And the nice thing is it's kind of already formed, so you're going to be able to wrap it almost exactly how you had your last stick. It's just going to feel like it wants to go. It's like a glove that's been worn in, right? So let's see if I can reuse the tape, which in most cases I can. That's awesome. If you can't, I just take a bit of black electrical tape. Don't use Scotch tape or anything like that. It's not going to last as long. And then you're okay. So that's the beauty of this stuff, you know, and it's not expensive, right? But people don't know what it is. And you can get it all kinds of colors and shapes. And there's like, I got this racing stripe one once, which was kind of cool. And, you know, whatever. You can get green and pink and red and blue and all that stuff. I like black. So I do a lot of wrapping with the black. So that's how I use the stick wrap. And like I said, it just helps me to hold the stick a little bit better when my hands get really dry. My hands are dry probably 85% of the time. So I started using this stuff. It doesn't give me calluses and blisters. That's what I was worried about. I have used some of the competitors' products in the past and I got blisters. My technique may have not have been as good as it is now, but still, blisters and any kind of cuts and bleeding cuts on your hands is not good, especially if you're a drummer. So I did notice, as long as you're not gripping death grips with this kind of stuff, you should be okay. So for anybody who's having a bit of a hard time hanging onto a stick, check out the Promark stick wrap, promark.com. Check out the new fire grain sticks, check out the active grip sticks, everything you can use. Absolutely wonderful products, great company. I love these guys. I thank everybody at Promark and at Evans for everything you do, and Diodario, you rock. I'll see you all soon. See you at the next video. Bye-bye.